I know. Where the face videos at? I don't just want to hear you talk. I got to see what you saying. Look. I'm gonna try to get this out as quick as I possibly can while keeping the integrity of it, right? Um, I have an observation that I made, and I don't know, this isn't pre-thought, this isn't written, this is just the observation came, and now I'm going to try to expand on it. This is going to be a real-time expansion while I'm doing this voice memo, and then I'm going to just throw the video up there while I'm going to convert it into a video, throw a little picture on it, whatever. But so one thing that I see way too much is awareness, right? I don't know if that's even a word I want to use. What I'm seeing is a pattern. In actuality, a pattern of patterns, right? And in those patterns of a pattern, no one's realizing that they're playing out the same pieces. They're just moving to a different part, right? But you're still playing in the same pattern, right? So if you look at a checkerboard, right, you see how the boxes are set up, right? You know, they're diagonal, across from each other. You got black, white, black, white, black, white, so on and so forth, right? You got a lot of people that's moving on the white dots and a lot of people that's moving on the black dots, right? The black squares and the white squares, right? I don't know where I'm about to go with this. But check this out. Here's the pattern of patterns. So you know that on that board, those boxes don't move. That's a set pattern, right? However, you'll see people that are making these jumps and leaps, and they may be moving as if they're like hopping off the board or making completely different jumps. But in actuality, you still on the black squares or the white squares. So you may have moved from your spot, but if you was on that black square and you just went diagonal, you're still on the same pattern. You can't move nowhere other than the patterns that you're following. And that's mainly because somebody opened that pattern for you. You could not move your piece because you were behind the line that had to move first. I see that far too often. The reason why I'm bringing this up is a lot of people seem to be following other people under the guise that they're doing it on their own. But that's not even the case. A lot of people are making extreme claims only to be following after somebody else who made those extreme claims. What am I saying, right? What am I saying? Fuck all the metaphor shit, right? What am I saying? You can have someone that sit here and say they're chosen. That's a separate video. I'm going to get on the chosen talk. But you also have someone that sit there and say that they're chosen, right? They're chosen. Okay, you were chosen to do what, right? So I'm going to play this back at myself, right? Because I have to, right? If I'm going to deliver a message or something, I got to make that whole argument with myself, right? Because who am I to give you something that I can't fight my own self with, right? So you'll have someone say, oh, I'm a chosen one. I'm a chosen one. Okay, what was you chosen to do? Oh, I was chosen here to guide people. You were chosen to guide people to do what? To wake up. To wake up from what? The Matrix. What is the Matrix? Ooh. Now you're about to give me a whole bunch of watery shit. Not to mention that the whole beginning of that, you were searching for all of those answers to give me. You were searching from everybody that you heard to get that answer, right? So here's that question that you have to then sit with on your own. If I did not have these people saying all of this, where would I be at? What would I be thinking? Find you to find that answer, because you can't sit here and give me all of this shit that everybody else talks about and then say that that's you. At this point, the whole motherfucking world is chosen. That's everybody's a chosen one. That's what it's popular to be a chosen one now. It's popular to talk about NPCs. It's popular to talk. You have real life motherfucking bots that don't have no rhyme or reason to anything they do. They just go off everybody else. They're mirroring everybody else. I feel like I've talked about this. However, they don't even realize that they're a mirror, right? And that's the thing. That's the thing. So you can sit there and have a whole deep, in-depth conversation with somebody, not even realizing that they're only spewing back what you fed them. So if you're talking to somebody about this today, they might not talk about it with you today, but in a week maybe, they're going to be like, yo, I had this dream that I did. But if you could catch that shit, then you'll be like, man, this motherfucker just said the same thing I said. Would they have even said that if I didn't bring that up a week ago? Like, when I brought it up a week ago, you wasn't even rocking with it. You was like, oh, man, what? That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, damn. Moved on to some different shit. Now, here we are a week later, and you're telling me you had a similar dream, yet there are some things that's different, right? You tweaked it a little bit. Some people are flat out give you the same shit, right? And that's wild. Now, patterns within patterns within patterns. You're like looping around on this board doing the same shit as everybody else, not even aware that you're not aware of that. So you could talk all of this consciousness and awareness and not even realize the words that you use. You don't even know what those mean, right? And look, I'm gonna talk this shit. I'm going to, because catalyst, I have to. I'm gonna give you this real, this raw shit. I'm not gonna baby nothing. I'm not gonna sit here and try to like appease your feelings or none of that. If it's for you, you feel it. If it's not, you'll cry. I don't give a fuck, right? That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to make you feel good at all, right? I'm not here for that. My words are gonna reach the people that they need to reach. I know that. I know that. My energy is going to reach the people it needs to reach. I know that. I know why I'm here. I know what I'm doing here. Most people don't. And that's what I'm seeing. I see a lot of people who say that they're on this path, right? And they're going for this goal, only to hear somebody else bring up something else that may rattle what they rocking with, and then they sway from that. If you are who you are, all that you are, right? If you the I am, right? Do you know what the I look, if you're all of that, then how do you be moved off to that? Look, for instance, right? I don't want to throw no one under no bus, right? But I see all, right? I see all. I'm everywhere. Check this out. You'll have people who'll sit and be like, yo, we're going to do this as a group. And then the mover of that group, because I don't even want to call this person a leader, because a lot of people ain't leaders. They may move the herd, but that don't mean that they leading that herd. And I use that word herd because you're not aware that you're being moved that way. And that sucks, because I see a lot of potential in a lot of people and they don't even know what they're doing. I want to help you all. I want to help you all. I genuinely do. But am I going to kill myself if I don't? No. I don't die. Anyways, you'll have these people and they'll be like, yo, we're gonna do this. We're gonna change this in this environment. We're gonna change this, right? After that agreement, then the mover will be like, yo, this is the trick right here. This is the trick. That mover will be like, yo, what you feel? How you feeling after this? Right? And then they'll start to plant these seeds in you to be like, hey, do you feel this? Do you feel that? Do you think this? Are you seeing this? When somebody does that, you got to realize that they just planted a seed. That's a plant. That's a plant, because not the answer that you have was not even given. You're going to go off of everything now and base your response off of those questions. That's grooming. That's grooming for the responses. That's grooming your mental to only think in that box. This is deep. You don't realize how deep this really is. And then go after that. Now, so not only did you put all of that power into this person, to then go and be like, oh, you know what? Never mind. I just realized they, quote unquote, they are doing this. So now your entire thing that you was rocking with on the first place is gone. Now you don't even think that you changed. Weather. You don't even think that you changed the weather now because somebody said, I just realized they was doing this. So now your whole, everybody done moved to that. And now you're only talking about what, quote unquote, they are doing. Who are they? Can you tell me that? Can you tell me that? Listen to me. Rock with me. Like, truly fuck with me. I can open your eyes to some extreme shit. Like, I feel like most people in this thing right here is popularity, right? If you don't have X amount of views, if you don't have X amount of social media platforms, if you don't look this, if you don't do that, if you're not charging people to do this, then you're not legit. And that's where you get got. That's when you fall into a herd. That's where you fall into a herd. Now check this out. I know who I am. I know where I'm from. If I sat here and told you that I've sat this motherfucker, you cannot, and nothing you will ever say will rock me from that, because I've left this. I've been gone. Do you know how many times I done got out of this body and been told, like, why you going back? Come on, come do some bigger stuff, you know? And this is all for lack of, like, true conversation, how things really go. And if I tell you how interactions go on these other planes, you think I'm crazy. But you're really the crazy one, because you think that you're really here. You think that you're really here in this body. You think that you're real. How silly you are to sit there and be like, all of this ain't real, but to think that you in this body is real. Man, where was I even going right now? You see how that shit goes? I be like all over the place, for real. Sometimes I jump back and forget where I was going in the first place. But all I'm saying is I can do some Amazing work with y'all, like on some real shit. I teach people how to tap into different aspects. I teach people how to use different abilities. I don't fear none of that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. You know how you know how much like like energy you gotta hold to sit there in a higher realms, right? In a higher aspect of yourself, of your light, and be like, nah, I'm finna go back. And they like, no, like for real, you doing some big shit. Like come play a bigger part. Do this now. Come on, like move these individuals over here. Like play this part. Play this part. Stop. You done over there. Like move on to this. Like let's go on to some other stuff. And I'm like, no, check this out. How about let's place another bet on me now? Now, since I done mastered all of that, look, I'm finna do this now. I'm finna go back down in my trueness and watch me work this way. Watch me move a mountain inside of this body. Nah, man, you're not finna do that. You can't. Watch me, though. Watch me. So you really finna leave this place to go back into that body to move a mountain? Yeah, I'm finna go move a mountain and watch me move the mountain. Then they be like, man, this motherfucker really down there moving the mountain. But no, for real. I need y'all to stop following the bullshit. I need y'all to stop playing this game. I need you to stop the blaming shit, the whole they, because if you don't know who or what they are and you're listening to other people tell you what they are or is, whatever the fuck, then, hey, check this out. You don't know who you are. You don't. And a lot of people get a lot of things confused. A lot of people misuse the words dreams, meditations, astral projections, out of body y'all done melded all of that together, and that's not how that works. Oh man. And look, I can peep how, look, and I don't get a lot of views. That's cool. But I guarantee somebody will see this and be like, yo, who is he to say what and what isn't? If you really rock with me, if you fuck with me, if you felt me, if you knew me, then you wouldn't ask that question. Because if you knew me, you'll be like, damn, I get it. I can't even argue. Ego gonna argue, but who I am in the inside knows where you come from, who you are, your rank, all of that. Look, man. Look, I love y'all. I'm done.